All right, today we're reacting to Jimin's new solo song, Set Me Free, Part 2.
Ready, go!
They are recording that in a studio that costs millions and millions of dollars to set up. I've seen videos about this studio he's recording it in. That's where they recorded The Mandalorian.
Oh.
So that studio is like nearly 360 degrees of essentially a green screen, except they get to put whatever they want on it because it's high def LED. The entirety of Mandalorian was not green screen, which the actors say is really cool. You actually really get to feel like you're in there because you're walking around and the cameras and the program is set up to move the background with you. So it looks like you're walking around into this world. And it's cool stuff, but that is an expensive studio. I'm sure renting that out for this dance performance cost a ton.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for what they've done with it already.
Yeah.
I really like this like modern dance feel with that the kind of classical music feel.
Well,
that's kind of fun.
And
it kind of reminds me of Carmina Burana, like O Fortuna from Carmina Burana.
I don't know that. So
anyway, it's reminiscent of that kind of, yeah. Anyway, I like it.
I like it. I've never seen people use this studio for anything other than like its original built intended purposes. This is a different use for it. So like they showed you the cut that makes it not full 360 degrees. And I think they're basically just flying around with a drone recording this. It makes for those really cool in and out shots that don't feel cropped or zoom-like because they're not. It's actually moving. And that's the practical effects with BTS and, you know, with their solo music. The practical effects goes a long way. It makes a huge difference and it's fun to watch.
I got a good time, yet time to get mine. Hat must be roll, hell is at night. I never stop. Dancing with me, I never stop. Open your arms, finally free. I get. 끝에 멈춰서 not yet. 돌아보지 않아. Not yet. 날아가 butterfly. Finally free. 더 이상 아파도 숨지 않아. 미치지 않기 위해 미치려는 걸. 지나간 나를 위해 손을 들어. Now set me free. It 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 set me free.
What are you getting as the feel of this? What? It's enveloping.
Yes.
I'll say that much. It's like you're living in this universe with them. And it's I want to hear what your thoughts are on the feel of it so far.
Well, one of the things before I even get to the feel is what strikes me is how seamlessly he moves through the shapes of the formations.
Yes.
Okay, so these formations, they're like doing all these different things with
the swirl was
the swirl,
a huge
spiral,
example
like
of
all
what
that
you're talking
stuff. And he's just like, he's over here, and then he's over here, but he didn't teleport, and the song didn't stop for him to run over there. Like,
yeah, the scene
he is
didn't
just
stop.
like working his way through the like that alone has like got me like, wow, like that's impressive. I love the sound of Jimin's voice. if this is gonna sound cheesy, but like I want to sound like Jimin. You know what I mean? Like if I could pick a singer to have a voice like, I want my voice to be like Jimin's. I love it. I love how he can just like play in those high notes. Like he just owns the clouds.
Yeah.
You know? And then he can come right back down and like just work in that baritone range. And then he just goes right back up and there's no break. It's just like smooth. And he just it's like he just lives there.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm taken away with his voice. So there's Mitch from Pentatonics.
Yeah.
He has that very similar voice where it's very crystal clear and just so smooth at the top. And I just there's these two people, him and Mitch, they just toy with my soul. Like I'm just my heart's a marionette and it's just like dancing inside there. And I'm probably gonna have like some kind of aortal fissure or something like that, But it's nice. But tell me, what are your thoughts on this, on the feel though?
The feel so far has felt to me very much like a announcement as a new solo artist. Okay, I'm free, this is me, and then he's done things like, he's dropped the F word a couple of times, which we're not going to for YouTube, but he's dropped that a couple of times in a way that they wouldn't as part of BTS, to where he's going, I'm identifying myself as something distinct and different from BTS.
Right.
Was I a member of that? Yes. Am I still a member of that? That's yet to be seen if they're ever going to come off hiatus. But he's establishing himself as something different and new. I think that's why this album, or this song, was released first on this album. Even though it's a part 2, they released this one first because it's very hype, and it's going to very much portray this is me, this is something new, and if you want more of this something new, get to this album. Yeah. It does a good job with that. It feels like that, and I really, really like how it just feels like you are enveloped in this universe.
Right.
I could do without a little bit of the auto-tune that they stylistically decided on, because like you've been saying, Jimin has the voice to handle those notes. They decided stylistically on some auto-tune. T-Pain is famous for that.
Yes.
He's an incredible singer, but uses auto-tune a lot stylistically.
Yeah.
I think I could have gone without the stylistic choice. I think I would have preferred more of just his voice, but I can accept his stylistic choice on that.
And I think that there's probably going to be plenty of that in the album too.
Most likely.
And I think that that also goes with what you've been saying. This is his this is me. Like forget what you think I am. Like this is me. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I don't care. And it's like he's playing with that. It's like I can do this, I can do that, I can do whatever I want because I'm going to, and take it or leave it. And the beginning of this song, and this is one of the things that BTS songs, and now I can say like Jimin songs, at least like with this one that I've done so far, get me on, is they enter so powerfully.
Yeah.
They enter so, even like the ones where they're very chill, it's like
there's energy.
There's energy, there's intent. And right here where it's got, I want to, oh my goodness, the beginning of the song with the classical feel and the modern movements, that's such a great combination. Such a great combination.
I will say this song feels like something that a lot of people are going to enjoy.
I think so.
It doesn't feel as niche as something like Blood, Sweat, and Tears or
Fake Love.
Fake Love. Those feel like more niche, more artistic picks based on the lyrics and the music video. This feels like something more adapted to the masses, which I think will play very well into him trying out his first solo album here. So I'm excited to hear the rest of the song and the rest of the album. I'm excited to see where he goes on his own.
Yeah.
The visuals on those dance moves were so cool, and combining it with the back and forth of, I don't know if it's a drone camera, but their free-floating camera is just, they're playing very well off each other. Every time the drone camera moves forward and cuts something out of the frame, when it comes back, it's a new visual. It's not what you expect. It's kind of like when you're playing peekaboo with a little kid and you try to play peekaboo out of different locations because it creates this new novelty and the kid really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Adults were much the same. We like that novelty. And so they keep creating that novelty, but not in the obvious way of just a scene change cut. They're doing it with coming in and out of the frame in unexpected ways.
Yeah, it's fun.
Set me free. It 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 set me free.
Oh, that was so cool.
Okay,
so
that was a
cool.
cool effect. It
Wow.
looked like what had happened is he was thrown up into the air and falling in slow motion.
And that they were doing like some visual effects with
Well,
it.
the way I thought they were doing it is they had to have just been throwing the drone at the ground at high speed, because those drones can really move fast. I thought that's what they were doing, and then they zoom out and no, he's just being held there like slow motion.
That was really cool. That was really impressive. Using dancers to like pull off visual effects like that, that is very impressive.
Well, and he's been doing it the whole time. You've been saying moving through, like you were saying,
Right.
moving throughout the dancers.
Yeah.
But then that scene right before this where he's standing in the middle and he's set me free, right? He's going off. As he's doing this, they're around him, and it almost looks like a football team with like their chosen leader in the football team, like hyping them up before a game.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. We're getting into this. This is going to be
Right.
our first real shot at it.
Yeah.
Right. It feels cool. It's very much a hype building song.
Yeah, if anybody who watches this knows, does Jimin do his own choreography? Like, does he choreograph all of this? That's something I'm really curious about. So
Yeah,
anyway,
let us know in the comments.
if you know, let us know.
It set me free.
Oh, the effects.
That was really cool. The way he finishes off with standing out, you know, like talking about standing out, but he's wearing the same outfits as everyone else.
Yeah.
But you notice these movements where I shouldn't be grabbing my mics, but these movements where he's, you know, pulling his clothes apart, right? And there's like writing and all this stuff. And I'm really curious what the writing says on his chest and stuff. But then finally, where he's just like, boom, covered in white, surrounded by black. It's like standing out, ready to be free, ready to be set apart. I'm excited to see what Jimin has. Like, both of us are quite new to BTS. I'm
Yep.
especially new to it. I've like noticed Jimin's voice in BTS songs
Yeah, you've identified him more than once.
by his voice, yes. And then people are like, oh, that's Jimin, dude. Like, that's who it is. So I'm like, yes, okay. I'm looking forward to what he has coming out. And if this is any indication of it, I will be tuning in. Pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this album. I mean, it's exciting since we're so new to BTS. This is really our first BTS album launch,
Yeah.
right? And the album's going to be launching in just a few days here. And I'm excited to see what that's like. So I know that K-pop music in general, the Korean music genre, puts a lot more effort into their albums than the US scene does. And I know that because I went to the store to go buy an album for the band Twice the other day, not for myself, but for someone else. And
It's not mine. It's not mine.
it wasn't my album.
It's for someone else.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Sorry.
I don't need two for myself, I promise.
Twice is the band name.
Oh, okay. Awkward.
Awkward. Anyway, so I go to buy this album on the day it came out I believe it was last Friday. I went to go pick up the album,
Yeah.
and it sold out across the state within a couple hours of the store's opening. I managed to get one for him, but like, these are not easy to get a hold of. I'm sure BTS album's going to be very similar, so we'll see. I am excited to hear this album, and if I get the album,
You'll get
then
two?
maybe we'll do an unboxing here.
You'll get 2 copies, just not for yourself?
I'll get 2 copies, but not for myself.
Not mine.
I'll buy it twice. Yeah, so that would be fun because you've never seen a Korean music album. I've opened a couple of them now, and they are nothing like opening an album in the US. It's actually like a cool unboxing experience.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're very unique. So I'm excited to see this. This is our first BTS album unboxing, so to speak. First album release, so I'll say.
Yeah.
So
if you guys like this reaction, check out the reaction we did to Dynamite. That's the one where I really heard Jimin's voice like stand out for the first time. And I would say it's what hooked me. So anyway, check that out. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you on the next one. Over here. That one. We'll catch you on that video.